Hold on. Let me take a sip.
Cheers. We've made it to Friday. We're a little later, but it's okay.
It's Friday, bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up?
I had like a self-care week that was not expected.
I know. I kind of came in here and you were like, I got this done.
Well, I have a friend that owns a salon, and I am definitely a guinea pig for her often because she knows that I'm not afraid to do things. And also, I don't care if she films it. Where you don't actually have it. So she's branching out her Instagram and was like, how about this product? Why don't you do this with this while you're doing this? And I'm like, okay, Joy.
Whatever you want to do.
So Sea Salt Beauty, definitely go and follow them. You'll probably see me getting scraped, nipped, tucked, tried out. I had dermaplaning, which so grossed me out.
Is it weird?
Like the scraping of your skin.
I maybe don't need to hear about it, to be honest. Like, I understand.
You've seen the scalpel on your face. That's basically what that was.
Yeah.
And it was basically like baby hair.
Yeah, I'm good.
It was just like a fur ball left behind. And she was like, do you want to see it? I'm
No.
like, but I did.
What?
I'm one of those people that if there's a squeezing video or those disgusting I'll sit.
Oh my God, you're the kind of person that watched those. Isn't there that show, Pimple Pop?
Yeah,
No.
Dr. Pimple Popper. I'm just there for a car accident, and I don't know why I feel the need to watch it till the very end. I find it so grossly satisfying. I'm also a person who has cute aggression, so it might go along with that.
Oh, I had to like put it in my brain what you meant by cute aggression.
We just see something.
We see something so cute, you got to destroy it. How
I'm
did you
also
raise
that person.
kids with that?
I don't know.
How did you not kill them?
I had to walk away from them. I definitely have
but kids
that.
cannot always. Kids don't always look that cute. Like
No.
I think. I don't know. I'm also probably missing a chip. I don't really look at babies and be like, oh my God, my ovaries are on fire.
Ugly.
Like
No.
they kind of look weird.
Babies
actually.
are ugly. They're alien-like. It takes a while to get cute.
Yeah.
They need like a fat and all the stuff that
But
newborn
again,
babies
even
don't
then,
have.
I don't get that urge.
I don't think that you need that urge.
Thinking it would hit me, and I feel like it has gone to me by 30. Biologically, it's probably not gonna.
And it's so weird because my cute aggression is only for like dogs and other people's little babies when they're in like cute outfits. It's like very specific.
I think cute outfits.
It's not my children.
It is prime season for kids' cute outfits, though.
It is. That's why I'm dressed like an Easter egg today.
Easter egg. I know. You put a real
This
shirt
was
on.
purposeful.
You put on a real shirt. I'm over here in my sweatpants.
Well, I am entertaining the old folks today. We're doing karaoke at the nursing home today.
Oh my God.
So
that sounds like so much fun.
Well, I'm like their entertainment. They request me on big holidays because they know, like for Patty's Day, I brought in like little instruments for them all to play, and we did sing-alongs to Irish tunes. Today it's just regular tunes, and we're not doing the Jesus thing. We're just gonna, and I dress them up. I bring little hats because you know I love little hats.
Oh my God, you do love little hats.
I do. So we get like dressed up and we do a little bit of entertaining and we clap and they get served wine and it's like a big day for them.
That's so fun.
It is fun.
Would you kill me if I said also not that keen on old people?
No, it's. I feel like they're the
Stranger
same
old
thing.
people. Like my own family, of course. Like I love my own family.
Yeah.
But the operational lives of I don't know what it is.
Once again, I like other old people, not my family. They're the same mental equivalent. Babies and old people.
I just don't know what to do, and I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt you or ruin you.
See, you're too
or
sensitive.
Or say something. I'm too empathetic. Shocker.
Maybe. Or just maybe you're just too worried that you're going to do it wrong.
I don't know, but I haven't had a great track record with old people lately, considering the lady that yelled at me at the grocery store for looking like a kid. Oh, no, sorry, did not yell, whispered. Just to clarify, that I look like a child. So it's fine. No, I just, maybe I just don't like people.
I think you're just too sensitive to people's feedback.
I don't know.
I think you'll grow out of it. I think I grew out of it. I think I was very sensitive to people's feedback also in my 20s and 30s. And like 40s, you don't care. And it just gets worse, I think, as it goes on. That's why people become crotchety and angry when they're old.
So I was thinking about how somebody recently was saying, who I haven't talked to in, oh my God, since high school, right? And they were like, oh my God, you have a radio show? Like, what is this? Like, you have a podcast? Like, you were a complete hermit in high school. You were so shy. You didn't talk to anybody. And now you're out there.
Yep.
And I didn't know how to explain to them, like, it doesn't count when I'm, like, sitting in a room by myself. Like, it doesn't quite hit.
But it does. I mean, you're vastly more comfortable in this space.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Since when we started. When
That's
you were
true.
like the timid college student that was like, I'll host the morning show. I'll do it.
Do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, yes, and obviously I attribute that to you. But I just wonder, it makes me think, like, do you just not like people? And you just, like, this I can do. And then it's said and it's over. And then I'm like, well, fuck it. And then it's out there and I moved on. And, like, whether it makes it to the cut or it doesn't, that's on you. That's not on me.
Yeah.
It came out of my mouth and that's that. But if I had to do this in front of, like, a stadium of people,
well, you're going to have sort of a stadium of people because we're having our first live show next Friday in the wild. We're going to be at the college in front of a lot of broadcast professionals. I mean, like many broadcast professionals from across the United States.
So I have to put on real clothes. We're going to have to talk about that. I don't know if I'm ready.
Yeah, you can wear whatever you want. It's also back at the college that I met you at.
I know. That's
there's
why
comfort there.
Maybe that's why it doesn't count. Although I've actually never been in the college studios because all I've ever done is remote work.
That is wild.
I've only ever done like remote work, went from like my AirPod headphones that I would talk into you being like, okay, just come to the studio. And now here we are.
Yeah, so that is basically what every YouTuber and gamer does in their own house. So I get it. Yeah.
That's it.
It is a little different.
Well, I'm excited for that. We'll have to talk about what.
I know, we're having growth. I mean, I think that's what spring is all about. New beginnings, growth, trying stuff that's new, putting yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
I kind of decided I would maybe start to date.
I think that's good though. Well, we have I don't think that you've never been not dating all along, but I mean you are actively searching for someone to spend time with. That is different.
I wouldn't even say searching. I think that I have actively been very closed off to making connections.
Yeah.
Because I have
Real
been and because I've been prioritizing my own stuff and my traveling and frankly, like I've been busy. It's very hard when you meet somebody and you're like, yeah, I'll totally get a drink. Do you have time 4 months from now? Like I have this, and this booked. I split my life between 2 different states. So now that things have kind of settled a little bit, I'm a little bit like, I should at least try.
The last 2 years from what I've seen of you is definitely an evolution of finding out who you are at your current state, where you're at. Like it's been a privilege to watch the development
we don't need to get cheesy.
Where you're at. No, I'm not.
I just
but you're ready.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not ready. I just feel like I ought to.
Well, you put a little fun nugget into our show today.
Things for me to expect.
Yeah, what to expect when dating in 2023. So I feel like this is definitely outside of what's roasting because it's not.
We haven't gotten into it yet.
No.
I'm just sharing. Guys, we're on here to share my life. And I'm like thinking about like
I'm just here to watch it.
I'm like dipping a toe slightly into this maybe sort of I should be less afraid of meeting somebody in a bar section of life.
Yeah. All right.
So I just want to know what I'm getting myself into. Okay.
Well, the dating pool is expanded.
I think that's great news.
You need it to, quite frankly, from the rock that we live on. Out here on the ocean.
This island. Does that, I was going to say, is that like in general or is that specifically to Cape Cod? Because I feel like.
No, I mean, there are still plenty of people to meet the old fashioned way, like going outside and meeting people in various places.
Listen, I got on one dating app for 24 hours because I was like, just try it, just see. Worst case scenario, you get some content out of it. Within like 6 swipes, I saw 5 people I know.
Yeah, that's still going to happen. Ugh. I mean, I do feel like it's not that I'm out there, but COVID-19's, I think we're back in another space after COVID. I feel like people are trying to get out there and go do things.
Is it fair of me to look at people I know who are also single at the same age, and for my brain to go, well, why are you single? Like, I'm like internally like trying to figure out like where in your life is the trauma before I even know you, or like
because if anything,
how did you get here? Like I know how I got here.
If anything in pandemic taught us there's more than just the pretty face. Like there's a whole ocean of drama. That is encapsulated.
You're talking. You say that as with me. You're an ocean of drama.
I didn't mean you.
Yes, thank you.
I was just demonstrating like Vanna.
Yeah, in the direction of the thing you're not referring to. Sure. And
I think that singles are less afraid to speak their minds.
Yeah, that's definitely me. Yeah.
Like you know what you want, and you're kind of not afraid to say what you want now. And I think that's an evolution in and of itself.
Yeah, definitely more clear on the kind of person that's like going
you
to work
have
with me
to
and not
be.
work with me.
Like you've seen enough bullshit on apps.
Oh my God, yes.
Like in all the lies, you're like, no, liar. That's a photo from 20 years ago.
Yeah, right. To be honest, I actually haven't really been on apps much. Like maybe a cumulative amount of time, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like in the entire course of my life. They just don't resonate with me. I don't know what to do with them. And like, frankly, I get overwhelmed. Like, what do I do with all these people matching me and trying to text me at the same time? I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then like, what, I have to all meet you out timely. Even if there's 4 or 5 of you, that blows my whole week. When I just want to sit at home with my book.
There's an article that you shared with me that was just talking about some of the new dating trends for 2023.
Yeah.
People are spending less money on dates.
Yeah, I love that.
I think that's great too, because you're investing less in this having to be a thing when it's not.
Yeah, one of my best, was it a date? Wasn't it a date? Who knows? But one of the best times I've had recently meeting a guy was we took a walk with his dog.
Cute.
And then sat on the beach and talked and hung around, and that was it. And it wasn't really even a date, but it was great. I like walked away from that going, okay, I will take, if that's dating, like I'll take 6 more of these. Like I'm good with that.
Yeah.
As opposed to sitting in a bar.
Well, there are less expectations that way. It's like, do we even like each other? Is there a spark? Is this something? Or is this just like, that was nice, but I'm not interested?
I mean, I was mostly in it to meet his dog, but.
Hey, situationships are a thing of the past, Tori.
Thank God. Thank God.
We all know the struggle of the undefined relationship, and that's kind of, we're moving away from that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like my patience for that is slimming. Getting smaller.
Yeah.
Like, make a decision. That's fine. We don't need to sit in this in between.
So I feel like all of these trends are just like a really good step in the right direction.
Okay, you're telling me I shouldn't be afraid of this even though
Correct.
Okay. All right.
And we're busting up some stereotypical norms, which is really nice. So there are positive things for you ahead for 2023, and the dating scene looks better.
We're like, 30% of the way through 2023, but we're getting into it.
Whatever.
Now.
First quarter's done. We agreed that
quarter.
we need to do better second quarter.
We have a growth plan.
We do. The trajectory is up. The graphs look good. Let's do it. Are you ready to get into what's roasting?
Yes, we shall.
All right, where are we going to start? Because, it's Friday and it's Kardashian town.
I know, we should just bang out all the Kardashian stuff.
Let's do this because we haven't talked about them in quite some time.
No.
So this is our check-in.
When does their season start?
I think next week or the week after.
All right, so we're just getting all caught up with what we need to catch up to before we get caught up with them and their show.
Khloe's getting closer to revealing the baby's name. Do we care?
Well, she was trying to wait until the premiere date, but now she's worried that her other kid, True, is going to blow up the name, which is kind of funny.
It's going to happen.
Did say on the Jennifer Hudson show this week that it does start with a T.
Okay.
Which we kind of expected.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, I'm sure she's just dragging out to add some. I'm sure Hulu was like, we'll pay you an extra blah, blah, blah if you announce the name of the show. So,
and also, they're notoriously private when they want to be. So I feel like if things are leaked, it's accidental. And you never tell a child anything if you want to keep it secret. That's just not happening.
How do you do that with an older sister, though?
Yeah. Very carefully.
Yeah. Also, Tristan Thompson is saying that he wants Khloe Kardashian back.
Of course he does.
Yeah. He still loves the reality star. Tristan still loves Khloe.
I don't think that was ever a question.
Be with her again.
He just can't stop his penis from touching other girls.
He's doing whatever he can to prove himself to Khloe and her family. Take 4.
Okay.
Didn't he say the same thing with the last girl and the last girl and the last girl and the last girl before that?
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Just serial monogamy is not for him, but he really likes her the most.
The way you phrase it.
But it's true. It's like having a summer house that you really, really like, but you still like traveling the world.
Yeah. It's totally exactly what it is.
I mean, it's comfy. It's home. Cozy. I never want to get rid of it. It's been in the family a while.
I'm just hoping that Khloe doesn't fall for it again. Like, please don't. Please just understand.
Or unless she's okay with that. I mean, you have to come to a point where if that's the relationship that you're okay with having, then screw everybody else's opinion about it and be okay with it.
Yeah, but no.
I don't think she is.
No. And you're also in the public eye, so you need to understand that, like, every time something comes up and he's with somebody, you're going
to hear it.
You're going to hear about it and you're going to turn a blind eye. Mm-hmm. Like, or you're going to have to say, we're in an open relationship. I give up.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think that's horrifically unsafe, but personally, but especially with somebody who's a basketball player and is
Busy.
out doing all the things.
Active.
I think it's different if you're in an
Very
open relationship
active.
and you have one or two people, but like physically in terms
active.
of STD. I'm like trying to make a serious point here.
I get it. Nobody needs the diseases. Nobody needs it.
No.
And it is not.
It would
safe.
just make me nervous to be in an open relationship with somebody who is all over the country, all over the road, all the time.
And trust,
Actually, open relationships in general make me nervous. I'm too much. I have, anxious attachment styles.
Yeah,
Not gonna work for me.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for you.
Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner still going strong. They got caught on taking selfies. It did a little horseback riding date.
I like that match.
I know
I don't think it'll last.
You're the
but,
only person that does. The Bad Bunny fans are so not here for it.
Well, because they have unrealistic expectations.
It's true.
That's never going to happen for you. Just throwing it out there.
I hate to break it to you.
I know. It's like the Harry Styles thing. Everybody gets all pissy when he's with somebody or whatever. Now we just accepted that he's just going to be Harry.
Yeah, he's just going to be Harry.
Uh-huh. Bad Bunny's going to be Bad Bunny. It's not into you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I get it. I think I feel bad for him because there is a little bit of a curse here on the Kardashian men. So I'm a little bit like, don't get into it, Drake.
I know. It's a trap.
Or Bad Bunny, whoever it is. You know what I mean? Like, don't, like, you guys, like, just stay away.
I like
from
it
this
just
situation.
because there's no barrier to entry. They're both a gazillionaire. They both don't need each other for anything other than they're there for a good time. So enjoy each other.
Yeah, I think she's really under the table, under the radar. She likes to be quiet, so I'm interested to see how he deals with that. Like, is that his personality too?
She also likes adjacent to busy,
Yeah.
fame.
Well,
So
I
I think
think
that works for her.
I think it's
Yeah.
what she knows. Now there's something going on between Drake and Kanye. We think the feud has restarted or something. Drake came out with a sneak peek from his new song, Rescue Me. And it appears that he has sampled a snippet of Kim Kardashian discussing her split from ex-Kanye in the track. And
I love it.
her quote is, "I didn't come this far just to come this far and not be happy." Remember that.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, but like, what is Drake doing getting involved, yo?
Because Drake has to stay relevant. And
Yeah.
the only way that you stay relevant as a rapper is if you start stuff. And I mean, honestly, what's the safest person to start stuff with? Kanye. Everybody's got a beef with Kanye at some point in their life.
Kanye's got a lot of beef going on. He's getting sued by two of his former employees. I didn't know he had a school,
Oh, yeah.
Donda Academy.
Yeah.
Who gave him the right to start a school and like accredit it and like educate people?
It's called money, Tori. And money, you can get anything you want.
He's getting sued by two of his former teachers for retaliation for sounding the alarm on alleged education, health, and safety code violations, and for their race. Apparently, they were, this is surprising to me, the only two Black women hired by the Academy.
Really?
Which is super surprising to me.
Yeah.
And now they're gone. The lawsuit was obtained by TMZ, said that they were hired full-time earlier this year and that it didn't take long for them to notice numerous health and safety violations, unlawful education practices, and extremely unusual rules at Kanye's school, including students were not allowed to bring any outside food or drink except water, that he spends $10,000 a week on sushi, and it's the only thing that's served for lunch to these kids.
Okay. Like it's brain food.
Apparently, he's also, he doesn't allow crossword puzzles or coloring sheets. And that classes could not take place on the second floor because Kanye is, quote, afraid of stairs. And he also didn't want kids using forks or utensils.
We do know he's crazy, right?
Yep. No artwork was allowed to be hung on walls, and no one was allowed to wear jewelry simply because he didn't like it.
Well,
That I believe.
He spent his
Totally.
whole life stylizing things. From music to
And getting
Kim,
away with it. Yeah,
and
from
being
Kim.
allowed to behave
Totally.
badly and being accredited as this, savant genius artist. And now when he does it in a school, now, I mean, you just can't do that in that setting. You just can't.
But also, why would you as a parent put your kid at Donda Academy and think it's going to be all normal and fine and your kid's
Right.
going to grow up in a capacity that isn't completely aesthetically controlled?
Yeah, it's like genius, borderlines, insanity somewhere in there, and then you just threw your kid into the mix. Like, this seems like a great experiment. Maybe
I'm
they'll be
so curious because Kim doesn't really say anything about Kanye, anything bad about Kanye. She really
because
just
she
kinda
knows
said
that she'll
zero.
pay for it because he is. I mean, obviously there's love there. It's just that he's really unwell.
But I'm curious to see as the kids get older, when they're teenagers, when they're young adults, and they kind of come out of this and into their own, well, they're not really going to hit a real world, but
Ever.
when they hit a level of independence where they get to have their own opinions, what they're going to say about Kanye and about their experiences growing up in this. Because if he created an entire academy on it, he feels even more strongly about how he's raising his kids.
Correct.
And we've heard bits and pieces of this when he didn't want North on TikTok and he didn't want her wearing makeup and like all of these things, right? I'm interested to, especially with sons, he's got 2 sons. I'm so fascinated, like 15 years from now, what we're going to hear about what these kids' experiences were having Kanye as a dad.
Well, they don't give parents licenses. We're allowed here free forming it out. We're out here in the wild. And I got to tell you, as a mom, in the evolution of my parenting, very different from my older kids to where my younger kids are. I feel like it's gotten better over time, but there is so much to learn. And then there's the added quotient of each kid is different. Like, there's just a lot. Then you put a mad person in charge of all of this. I mean,
yeah,
I'm here for that reality show when that happens. So we'll still be watching the Kardashians then.
In the last little bit of Kardashian news, it's just a rumor and it's popped up on Dumois, so we don't know the validity of it. It's in green. Nope.
It doesn't matter if I see it or not. Go ahead.
Somebody wrote in saying, anonymous please, multiple sources have told me that Timothée Chalamet has a new girl, Kylie Jenner.
I don't love that.
I heard they're both going to be at Coachella, and another person responded, I can 100% confirm that.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting. That is so not the direction I saw her going.
Maybe that's what she needs right now.
But apparently, isn't Travis is kind of skinny, and so is
like that's the body type she likes.
Yeah, I'm just. Who are her exes?
I don't know.
Why? What's wrong with us right now? Tyga and Travis Scott.
Yeah, that's it. As far as I know.
Yeah, true. As far as
like
we know,
public men. I mean, she is still very
are they
young.
Not, they are kind of all the same body, aren't they? None of those guys are like big. They're not the like big bearded men you and I like.
No, they're slender men. Not
tall,
interested.
Kind of tall, medium tall, kind of tall, like skinny-ish.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's got a type.
I was surprised that Timothée Chalamet was thrown into the mix. Just my first.
You know who he's besties with?
No, who?
Pete Davidson.
Oh well, then maybe that's how they met. That's probably how they met, and now they've like stayed connected. And Timothy's like, shooting a shot, and she's like, "Why the hell not?"
All right, I'll do this.
But she's got kids. She's got 2 kids. That's what I think the part of me that confuses me.
But like, I can see him getting down and hanging out with kids. Like, I definitely...
Yeah, getting down and hanging out with, yes, is different than like parenting and getting up in the middle of the night and like raising them.
But he doesn't have to. I mean, that's the beauty of being the step parent. You could be as much involved as you want or as little involved as you want.
I guess.
And then just kind of be there as a supportive friend and extra parent person.
I don't know. I would love to see her with some older businessman beau.
She's still young. These are the things she's going to have to go through as a young mother. Like I said, I was a very different person when I was in my 20s raising children to when I was, I'm in my 40s raising children. Very different.
I would just love her to like go date a CEO of a bank. Or
eventually,
something.
There's time for that. What is she, 26? 25?
Yeah, one of those, yeah.
Even younger? I don't even know.
I would totally love to see her with some like late 30s, early 40s, older man. Maybe he's already like been married and divorced. She doesn't really need him.
Yeah,
she
25.
Care. She doesn't need him. She doesn't care. But he like is enough of a man and masculine and like centered in himself and has done enough life where he's like, I can give you a little bit. I can give you a little bit of guidance or a little some support here. I know what you're going through in terms of running your businesses.
There's rumors out there that she's dating Kendall Roy from Succession right now. Like there's a lot of rumors. She's not settling down. And I just started watching Succession. We'll get to that in a little bit.
All right.
When we have our suggestions.
Okay, moving on from the Kardashians.
Where do we even want to begin? I definitely want to talk about the J-Lo thing because I feel like...
Quick plug, and then we're not going to address it any further. We're going to move on to J-Lo, but there's something about Selena Gomez and Zayn coming out dating. We don't have enough information yet to really support the theory.
Yeah, like if that's real or not.
We don't really know.
Just like Reese Witherspoon and Tom Brady, not real.
Apparently
both
not
reps
real.
say no, so we'll see. But no.
I go back to that, though. I really, really, really think Tom Brady and Giselle, their divorce is a sham. They're still together in some capacity.
Maybe.
I'm going to go. And like everything we hear, like he's not really seeing anybody. Maybe a rumor starts here. She's not really seeing anybody. Maybe a rumor starts here. And then when something comes out, oh, no, you're totally seeing so-and-so and it's a bigger thing. Shut right down.
To be continued. Zayn and Selena, I'm here for it. Do I think it'll work out? No.
No, she should not be dating anybody right now. And I hate to say that, but it's true. Well, no, I fully believe you don't need to be like a fully healed person to date and make connections. And I think those connections can help you along your healing process. However, she just seems like she's got a lot of stuff going on right now.
And he seems like he's a lot.
Chill.
Yeah.
Or her publicist is working on overtime.
And isn't he a dad?
Yeah, with Gigi.
Yeah.
And they're all friends with, aren't Gigi and Selena friends with Taylor Swift?
Yeah. That's the connection there.
Well.
We don't date in those pools, Tori.
Yeah, but like it's not that far off from Cape Cod. We're going right back to it, guys. The island's only so big.
Everybody knows somebody who knows someone that you're dating.
Oh, God.
It's just the way it is.
Can't wait. Can't wait to get back into this. All right. Moving on. J-Lo.
Under fire right now because she is endorsing no, she's not endorsing. She bought it. It's her product. It is an alcoholic product. Problem is she doesn't drink. I don't have an issue with her owning something and selling something as a company, as a brand. What I do have an issue with is her endorsing it. Like, I wanted to create this for the way it tastes. This is what she actually said out of her own mouth in her Instagram video that she did promoting this new booze. And I laughed because I was like, bitch, you don't even drink. Like, that's a lie.
I have a counter argument to this.
Blatant lie.
I have a counter argument. What level of I don't drink is she? Is she, I'm totally sober, I don't drink at all? I am completely sober because I'm an alcoholic? Or is she, I'm sober, I don't drink because it's better for my health and...
My husband's an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's weird. I just think that like...
And your new husband's an alcoholic and you're out there promoting booze.
Yeah, that's hard.
I mean, there's some... That's why she's getting called on the carpet on this one.
As she should. But I also think, too, that there's, especially now in society, because people have other things that they either use or don't use, or it's less prevalent. Like, there's... More often now do you find people who say, I don't drink. They just don't like it.
Right.
You know, so that doesn't
I don't care about that fact, but don't go on social and be like, I created this because I wanted X, Y, and Z when I party with my family.
My point to say is that, like, there's people out there that say, I don't drink, that are flexible with it. Like, I don't really drink. It's not my thing. But if we're out, I'll have a glass of wine with dinner. Like, I don't drink. I don't drink. I'll have a glass of wine every 2 months.
I just feel like there's so many other products she could make. And do you have to, just because you're trying to capitalize and build your empire, have one of everything just because?
Yeah, it is a weird one. So
it's just a weird avenue to go down.
But I'm sure all of these things went through their head and then they move forward with it anyway. So the question is why? What is it?
Right.
I just think it's a little bit different if you are, and I can't speak to, her husband. That's clearly between them. But I think there's a difference between promoting a drink as a sober person and an alcoholic versus promoting a drink as somebody who is health conscious and prefers other things and just in general isn't a big drinker.
I think why she was called out was because she was like, I've been grinding so hard for decades and now I'm realizing the importance of enjoying my life, and then holds up booze.
Yeah.
So it's like there is definitely a call for what she said, not necessarily that, but also it's a little disappointing.
And the angle is what? It's not got no
money.
Artificial. Yes, but I mean like the drink. What? It's got no artificial preservatives. Or
I don't know. Whatever lie of the day is, it's still booze.
Yeah.
And we're all flip for $1. We get it, but I mean, at the same point, I don't care how much better you're doing it. I mean, you're supposed to be in this relationship with an alcoholic.
Yeah, that to me is the weird part. I think as a partner, I'd be like, really?
What the fuck?
Did you have to buy this?
Seriously?
But she probably owned the company or endorsed the company or had contracts with the company prior to her getting
I'm sure that
dating,
there is
married.
yeah.
Because that happened kind of quickly.
That's fair. That is fair. I just thought it was just a bizarre thing. Like, is everything up for grabs now? Is everything just a money grab?
Yeah,
Do
totally.
we just endorse anything because, oh, yeah, that'll make me some money. I'll say whatever.
J-Lo, probably.
I'll read this because you told me to read this because I'm going to make money off of it.
Well, I think it depends on how successful you are at your other thing. She's not making a movie right now. She's not making an album right now.
Does not
her album
have
didn't
to
really
worry about
her
things.
album didn't really hit.
She does not. There is not a problem with money.
Well, yeah, but you got to keep an income stream coming in to support the lifestyle that you have.
She doesn't even have to worry about paying for her kids because her husband makes so much money for them.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't have
ex-husbands.
She's probably got 8 mortgages that she's got to pay with cash.
I'm not worried for her disposable income.
I'm just saying, you still got to go to work.
I'm not going to hawk booze because I need to go to work and do something.
We will, though. If there's an alcoholic beverage
Absolutely.
company
We
out
will
there that
happily
wants us-
endorse you. We are very different. I'll drink all the boozes. I'm not an alcoholic, but I do like booze. So sign me up for that. All of the things.
We love to enjoy our life with a good beverage.
Content, Rex. You got any?
Yeah, Love is Blind.
Okay.
And I have a story for it, too.
All right. I'm down.
Okay, so if you don't know the concept of Love is Blind,
don't.
and I'm
I
assuming
don't.
you don't?
No.
Okay, well, we're in season, I want to say 4 or 5, one of those. It's super interesting, and I actually think it's really relevant now in like current modern dating. So there's 2 dorms, basically, with a bunch of people in them, and then they meet each other through speed dating and then getting to know each other further with bigger, longer conversations, but you don't see them.
Okay.
You're talking from like pod to pod through a wall.
Okay.
And you get to know them without seeing them entirely. And the idea is that you match with somebody and then they propose to you through the wall without having looking at you at all.
Yeah, this is weird to me.
And then you meet them and then they usually like re-propose. And then there's 4 weeks. They go on a honeymoon, then they move in together, then they meet each other's families while they're planning the wedding, and then they get married. And they get to the altar and they either say, I do or I don't, basically.
All right.
Super interesting to me. We're in the middle of this season. They haven't done any of the finale episodes yet. But it's been a big season. There's always drama. And then like the couples meet each other. And there's always like, I connected with him, but then he got engaged to somebody else. And now I'm engaged to somebody else. And we're all trying to go on these journeys together. But like we meet and we're flirting in a pool. And like, it's very interesting. I like it.
So, all right.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. But that doesn't mean it's not for you.
Can you try it? Can you try it for me before you tell me it's not for you?
Maybe.
I love like bad Netflix reality. Trash TV is my favorite.
Yeah, you like reality shows.
Yeah,
I don't
do.
really like reality shows all that much.
Because I think seeing people react under pressure is the interest to me, because you know this isn't necessarily how they would act in their regular world and regular situations, but your personality and the core of your insecurities come out so strongly when you are put into really bizarre pressured situations.
I get
and
all
then
of that
on camera.
but I like survivalist shows. Like, are you gonna live or no? Like,
are you gonna live or not?
it's not like, are we gonna get married, hook up or no? It's very different.
Well, a couple of the girls in the show got called out for being were in the couples and moved on, and we saw some of their stories. Were called out for being mean girls, and now they're having to like issue apologies and whatever. And first it was one girl, and now it's her friend, and so you'll have to watch it. But there's already been apologies issued for behavior and things said and memes out there, and it's good. It's good. Just try it.
All right, Love is Blind.
But I think it's kind of relevant to dating today. And I say that because you meet people through your phone, or you meet somebody in a bar and then you separate from them, and then your entire relationship is developed on your phone. Maybe you like get into FaceTiming eventually or phone calls eventually. But for the most part, it's like texting and sending memes back and forth and maybe some Snapchats here and there. But like you don't have
really
this,
know them.
You don't have this like in-person connection right away. Most of the time in modern dating, you like kind of build through this shield of technology, and then you decide whether or not you're going to get out of that technology and the timeline of getting out of that technology to meet somebody. So to me, like the show is, of course, is Love Blind. Can you can you fall in love with somebody without having seen them and then build the attraction, the physical attraction later? Or does that come with your mental connection or whatever? And obviously for men and women, we've discussed how that's different. But I think it's so interesting how it relates to modern dating because we kind of have to do that now.
Yeah.
Where we meet somebody through an app or we reconnect with somebody in a bar and then you go on with the rest of your lives and you have to figure out, am I really actually attracted to this person in person or not via how I know them through their phones, via like FaceTime. Like I just think it's super applicable and interesting to me.
There's a lot. It's a lot.
When you think about it. But I also think about everything way too much. So
this is perfect.
All right. What's your content rec for the week?
Well, mine is also a lot, but just in a different realm. I'm so late to the party on Succession, which was why I got so excited that Kylie might be dating Kendall Roy.
Yeah, I haven't heard that rumor yet. It's a good show.
It took me a long time to get into it. I tried it like a lot. I was like, ugh, I don't like it.
I have this really annoying thing. Isn't it HBO?
Yes.
Okay. So I have this really annoying thing. This is complete first world problems. I totally understand. I don't have HBO on the Cape. I have HBO in my house in Maine.
Okay.
So the problem is that like I go up there and I will watch 4, 5, 6 episodes of something and then I come home and I can't watch it again.
Yeah.
And so I have started and not finished everything.
Yeah.
Succession, the Sex and the City reboot.
To the point
and a few others where
I got sucked into it and I started watching it like a marathon. And my husband's like, "Oh my god, how many episodes of this show?" I'm like, 4 seasons.
Yeah,
maybe
there's a
5.
lot of seasons,
so
right?
It's taken me a while to get into it, but it's heavy. Like it's a lot of backstabbing. It's a lot of rotten familyisms. And it's just kind of like the perfect thing that makes me think of spending time with my family. So if you're doing Easter Sunday with your crazy ass family, or maybe you just spent Passover with them and it's like this horrible game of Tetris that you don't know if you're going to make it out of, we're thinking of you. And I thought Succession would be a perfect content rec.
Is it similar to Dynasty or no?
Dynasty's like light. It's light backstabbing, where Succession is like, it's like, I'm going to be the CEO. Oh, wow. I will cut you. Kieran Culkin is hysterical in it because he's just such a, I want to wring his neck. He's a daddy's boy, and he makes me crazy. But he also has this weird obsession with this older woman in the company.
Well, don't ruin it all.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's very heavy, and there's like a lot of emotional.
All right. All I'm hearing is the only people I'm swiping on Tinder are those with HBO subscriptions I can steal for the Cape.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So with that, have a great Easter. Get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I can't. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, The First Shot Morning Show. I'm Tori Talks a Lot, and we've got Stephanie in the morning. We'll catch you on Monday. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. We have an episode Monday, right?
More latte. I think we do. Yeah, we do.
We do? Okay.
We do.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.